Hey guys, I'm Blair. Welcome to TZG-Magic. Today I want to make a quick video talking about the arbitrage side of the channel. Arbitrage, if you don't know, is a fancy word of saying to buy and resell goods, products, whatever. And I've been looking into commander precons to see if they are worth it to buy and part out for the singles. And I'd been looking to try to find a good way to evaluate the decks without taking hours and hours and hours of time. And so I will just want to show you the process that I've come across using all free tools. So we're going to start with looking here at this Tinker Time March of the Machines Commander deck. And what I had been doing before, and it took forever, was I look up all the cards in the deck, and then I was pasting them in someplace, and then exporting that over to TCG Player, which is where I care about the prices from. And then I found out that I've been doing it the hard way. Maybe you're looking at this and you're doing it the hard way. So I want to show you. We're going to start over here at Moxfield. We're looking at Tinker Time. Okay. The first thing we want to do is, for this specifically, we want to default a few settings in our Moxfield account so that we make sure that things are working the way we want them to. So we're going to click here, and we are going to go to Account Settings. In your account settings, you will start by going to Pricing and Affiliates, and by default, Moxfield gives Card Kingdom prices unless you search for something different. Again, I'm interested in TCG Player prices, so you can just use these arrows to move it up and down. You see down here at the bottom, that updates automatically. We go back to Decks, and under Decks, this will give you your default for the way that your decks display and decks you're viewing display. And if you're going to be doing a lot of price comparing, price checking, I would set these to default, and maybe you want to change them back later. So I am going to include the price, I want to sort by price, and I want no grouping. And that's just for the way that I am evaluating those decks. Scroll down here to the bottom, save that. And then we're going to go back to Home, and we're going to go to an advanced search, and under Format, they actually have the Commander Precons in here. So we were looking at the Tinker Time. So if I just search for Tinker, it's the only one there. We can click on it. So we've got our Commander right here, a whole 16 cents in the Commander. And then we've got our 99 card main deck, and then we've got the planar deck here. And we can see that in our main deck, we've got $28 of total value, and we got $388 in our planar deck. So that already tells me that I probably don't want to spend $30 on that particular precon, but I'm going to go through the rest of the process because maybe I'm looking at this precon someplace else. So what I care about when I am looking at this is whether I can make my purchase price back in the cards valued at $1 and up. Am I saying that I have a $1 floor? I'm not. I'm saying that I want to make sure that those cards will cover the purchase price so that the cost of the cards that go down to my floor, whether it's 25 cents, 50 cents, 10 cents, those are building margin in. Because everybody knows that there's almost no margin in single sales. We're talking about a game of pennies and nickels, and then you do that thousands and thousands of times to make margin. And so with this method, I'm building a little bit of margin in. Maybe you want to do it differently. I'm just showing you my method. So what I'm going to do here, and there's probably some ways to streamline this, but it is what it is. I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to highlight everything down to $1. You know what? I'll count 99 cents. That rounds to $1. We're going to copy those, and then we go over here to a Google spreadsheet. Again, all free utilities, and I'm going to Command Shift V or Control Shift V, depends on the platform you're on, to just paste plain text. You can also right click, paste special, and do values only. And unfortunately it doesn't format it into columns, so now we're just going to use a quick equals sum open parentheses, and we click on every cell that has value, putting a comma in between them. We close our parentheses and we see that we have $10 of value in those cards that are above. And then if this was a situation where those cards provided more value than the purchase price, my next step would be that I would highlight the cards down to my floor. Let's say I have a 25-cent floor. I'm going to come down here, copy those, give myself a little bit of a gap, paste those in, and oh, I see what it did. It changed the quantity to a dollar amount. So we're going to have to ignore that. Funky formatting stuff aside, just make sure that you are aware of such things. And we're going to go through here and once again, and so this would be my margin that I'm building in. And then you can see that we have another $9 of margin. Again, in this case, this particular listing of this Commander Precon, obviously I'm not going to want to grab that using these formulas. This process also doesn't talk to us anything about like sales velocity of the cards, how quickly they will move out of our inventory if we were to purchase this Precon. I want to shout out TCG Bulk Kings for introducing me to that concept, and I will put a card on screen linking to his video explaining that. Really a good piece of data to include or at least consider, and I don't need to re-explain it. He has a great video, and if somehow I forget to put that card up, make sure to let me know down in the comments, because I want to give credit where credit's due, and that's a great resource, and I am prone to forgetting. So anyway, obviously I'm not picking up this listing for this Commander Precon. I also always recommend whenever you're doing arbitrage, try to find something that's at least somewhat repeatable. So a single eBay listing may not be your best bet. And make sure that if you have an LLC and a business credit card, and it's a rewards card, make sure you're doing whatever you can to maximize those rewards, because that counts as basically cash back. Well, that is cash back, but that counts as a rebate on your purchases. So for instance, if you can find it at Amazon and you have an Amazon business card, you're going to get 5% back on that purchase after you pay off your statement. And so in my state of Indiana, that's almost like getting the sales tax back, since we're talking about retail arbitrage here. Anyway, I appreciate you joining me for this. I hope that this gives you a tool to put in your toolbox if you're looking at considering singles. The great thing about Commander Precons is that the deck list is set, so while the prices of the market may fluctuate, you know exactly what you're going to get in those decks, as opposed to cracking packs, which, while fun, it's essentially gambling. So, and we all know that you're better off to buy singles if you're looking for a specific card than you are to crack packs looking for that card. Anyway, until next time, I'm Blair, and this has been TZG Magic. Thanks for joining.